One of our teachers passed away last year, Mr. Marteinson, and we're here to remember Mr. Marteinson. We're going to hear from a few people who will share their memories. And then we also have some very special visitors who are going to talk with us about bike safety and pedestrian safety, walking safety through our neighborhoods. So,
Sandra mentioned that we're here to remember Mr. Marteinson. Behind me are some pictures that you can see of him. And we also want to know, yes, that you recognize some people there that you know. So we'd like to acknowledge the many contributions Mr. Marteinson made, not only to the many students he taught, but to those students he coached soccer, and those of us who knew him as a colleague. We knew him as a creative person in art and literature. He had energy for all things innovative and imaginative. His admiration for creative pursuits was based on a desire to live life to the fullest, to enjoy his time with his family, and he may not have known this, but to inspire others. His passion for biking was transferred to many students here at North Lee. He knew his students well, understood their personalities, and praised them for their hard work. As a coach in soccer, he understood the value of becoming involved in the community to contribute by making a positive change in students' lives. He is missed here at North Lee, and today we would like to show you how we want to honor his memory. I don't know if you noticed, but up here, it's not for Halloween, it's actually a special thing that we have, something that's going to be set up outside as a lasting memory of a fine teacher, a dedicated coach, and a man who understood how maintaining an active lifestyle is good for health and happiness. Can anybody put their hand up and tell me what that is?
yes.
That's right, it's a bike rack. So on that bike rack, you will be able to, if you bring your bikes to school, lock your bikes to it. It's going to be set up outside with the other bike racks, but unlike the other racks, this one has a special place in our hearts. It has a plaque on it that says, "In loving memory of Peter Marteinson." It will remind us of Mr. Marteinson as he rode his bike over 20 kilometers to and from school many days during the school year. We would ask all of you to make sure that this bike rack is kept safe. Nobody draws on it, nobody sits on it, and try to make sure it doesn't get damaged. The rack was the idea of many of your parents, and they, along with the teachers here at North Lee, decided to purchase it as a lasting tribute to the man whose inspiration was to lead a healthy and active lifestyle. It's something that we can all share, a reminder of the value of fitness and an active lifestyle. And it will be a lasting representation and expression of how greatly he will be missed here at North Lee. I've seen many of you come here cross country, and you ride your bikes even before cross country, but I don't know if you knew that tomorrow, October the 4th, is called Walk and Bike to School Day as part of International Walk to School Month. Some people call it Bike-tober. How about Walktober? Whether you bike or walk to school, it's a fun, healthy, environmentally friendly, great way to know the neighborhood and for creating community together. So, with you keeping road safety in mind, we also have this afternoon a number of other people we're going to be talking about road safety. One of them is, we have some parents here who's going to speak to you about Mr. Marteinson and the other idea for him when he was at the school and how he was involved in helping our community become a wonderful community that it is. So I would like to introduce you to Mrs. Deborah Robertson.
So it was an honor for me to stand here among students and colleagues and friends of Mr. Peter Marteinson as we celebrate his life today and his contribution to North Lee School. My son was in his class last year, and through his words and examples, I watched him offer students unconventional wisdom that everyone from junior kindergartners here to old people like me can apply to their lives. So I've made a list of the top 10 things learned from Mr. Marteinson. 1, get a good night's sleep and eat a healthy breakfast. That might not sound unconventional, but make sure you all do it. Play. These first 2 things were something he learned from his experience teaching children in Hong Kong. He realized that feeding the mind and resting the mind were more important than homework and tests. Exercise. He practiced this by cycling to and from school, as we've heard, and he would also coach the girls' 5 and 6 soccer teams. Number 4, read every day. For grade 2 students, that meant reading 15 minutes. That's what he recommended. I'm not sure what he recommended for 40-year-old people like me, but I think the idea was to make it a daily practice. And my understanding is he also wrote books, and he took the time every day to do that writing. If you want to truly learn French, Mr. Marteinson said you had to incorporate it in your everyday activities. Turn the French radio on when you're playing Lego. Watch TV in French and put the subtitles on so that you can read as you're watching TV. And read French comic books like Tintin or Asterix. Use your French any and every way possible. Number 6, we learned from Mr. Marteinson that even adults can be goofy. Being offbeat can be an effective teaching style, and it doesn't preclude you from earning respect. Just ask any kid from his grade 2 class last year what Mr. Marteinson did if someone spoke English in his class, and don't be surprised if they start singing a song in French to the tune of Spider-Man and start throwing out invisible webs at you. Be creative. Paint a giant painting in the classroom if you have to. In his class, a completed assignment would earn you a B, and a B was a really good grade, but an A, he said, was reserved for people that went above and beyond. So push yourself to think in a completely different way and be unique. Number 8, have high expectations for yourself. Who would have thought that a grade 2 class could put on a 5-act rendition of Peter Pan in French? Mr. Marteinson did, and now we all know that that is possible. Number 9, trust science. Do experiments, fail, and then start over. Number 10, experience and learn about the world and its people. Explore. From his travels and his life experience, Mr. Marteinson brought back stories and shared them with his students, and he invited others to do that too. Mr. Marteinson was one of the many gifted educators here at Northleaf, and we benefited from his creativity and his intelligence. He touched us in many ways and inspired us to learn and to grow.
We have 4 of Mr. Martinson's former students who would like to stand up here and just say a few words about him as well.
Knowledgeable. Mr. Marteinson would always teach us something new. Having him as a teacher has had a huge impact on the person I am today. I'm so thankful to have had that opportunity.
Sympathetic. Mr. Marteinson always listened to what we had to say, and whether it was a problem we had or a new idea, he would always help.
Humorous. Even on the darkest days, he would always make us laugh. His smile was contagious. Athletic. Mr. Marteinson biked to school every day because he knew that if he drove, it would endanger the environment. Also by biking, he got exercise. Mr. Marteinson also participated in a series of events around the school, like soccer and cross-country.
Passionate. Mr. Marteinson had a student one year who had a relative with sickness. He supported that student during those hard times and encouraged us to do so as well.
Energetic. Mr. Marteinson was always energetic and enthusiastic in the ways he taught us, using games and other creative ways to teach us concepts like multiplication and grammar.
Inspired. He inspired me to always help others, even in the smallest actions count. Magnificent. Overall, Mr. Marteinson was a magnificent teacher and will always remain in our hearts.
So, we will remember Mr. Marteinson, and mostly about his athleticism, his humor, and how he was able to inspire others. And taking that on, there are some other students who would like to talk to us about fitness. That's the end of the assembly. So again, I just want to remind you of the bike rack. In a few weeks' time, you'll see that outside. If you bring your bikes, you can definitely knock your bike up against it. And just remember that it's there in memory of Mr. Marteinson. So what I would ask the teachers now to in the back.